So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to come to the mat and we're going to come standing towards the back of the mat. And as you know, I like to kind of just rock back and forth in my heels a little bit, connect the bottoms of my feet to the floor, and then slow down to settle in. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and then press your hands past your tailbone, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and just bring your gaze up towards the ceiling, stretching across the caps of the shoulders, just a tiny back bend. Good. And then coming back to center, send your hands to the outside of your right hip, hug your right elbow in, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. It kind of looks like this from the front view. Good. And then bring it back to center. Inhale as you look up, squeeze the shoulder blades, press your fingers past your tailbone. Exhale, bring it back up to center, hands to the outside of the left hip, wing the left elbow in, and drop right ear to right shoulder, just stretching out the neck. Good. And then coming back to center, releasing those hands in just big circles with the arms forward and backwards, finding some space there in the joints. Good. And then go ahead and step the left foot forward and bring the right foot back, coming into your high lunge. We're going to sink into this stretch here. Square the hips. Good. Your right hip is nice and long and open. Back heel is nice and high. Nice deep bend into that front knee. And then we're going to let the left arm hang long and bring that right bicep up alongside the right ear. Pull the belly in, use your core to balance. Exhale as you side bend over to the left. Keep your hips nice and square. Pick your chin up off your chest. Draw your shoulders down. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it back to center. Bring the hands together in front of your chest. And then exhale, twist over towards the left. Again, keeping your hips where they are. Lengthen, strengthen those legs. Just twisting through the spine. Good. And then bringing it back to center. We're going to hinge forward here, keeping the bend in that front leg. Draw the belly in here. Shift your weight forward into your front foot, keeping your hands together in front of your chest, lifting your right toes off the floor, and just circle in and around. Circle in and around. So if you need some balance or support here, know that you can always grab a wall. You can always adjust where your hands are, maybe bringing them to your hips if that helps you to counterbalance. So find what works best for you. Really pull the abdominals in deeply to help you balance. Keep a bend in the standing legs. Circle 3, 2, hold it there. Circle the opposite direction. So reaching through that leg, lengthening through those toes. Draw your shoulders down. Pick your chin up here. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now hinge forward a little bit more, reaching that right leg nice and high behind you. Good. Maybe send those arms out in front, and then exhale, bring everything up to a standing balance. And we'll flow like that. So we inhale, hinge and lengthen. Exhale, pull to standing. Inhale, hinge and lengthen. Take your time. Exhale, pull to standing. Are you wobbly here? That's okay. Your muscles are working hard. Your core is working hard to balance you. Exhale, lift, stack shoulders over hips. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the chin up. And exhale, pull. Lose your balance, you come right back in. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And set your foot down. Nice work. Let's take it to the other side. Step that left leg back nice and long. Sinking that left hip down towards the floor. Deep bend into that right knee. Let that right arm hang long. And then inhale as you reach your left bicep up alongside your ear. Exhale as you side stretch, lifting up from the hip, picking the chin up, keeping the shoulders down. Good. Big breath in here. Exhale, bring it back to center. Hands come together in front of your chest. Lift your elbows, press your palms together. Exhale, twist over to the right. Sink nice and low into that lunge. Big breath in. And bringing it back to center. Good. Now shifting that weight forward, keeping a bend in that front knee. Go ahead and hinge from the waist. Lift that leg up off the floor. Circle in and around. in and around. Good. So we're really trying to just maintain balance, height in the leg, and core engagement. Can you shine your chest forward, keeping your neck long, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Tiny bend in that standing knee, you got this. Circle 3, 2, holding there, circle the opposite direction. And if you're wobbly here, that's fine. How we master our balance is by testing it, right? So this is a great way to do that. Keep the rest of the body steady, circle in and around. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hinge forward a little bit more. Reach those arms forward and then exhale, stack shoulders over hips. Inhale, lengthen, take your time. And exhale, lift and balance. Good. Inhale, reach it long. And exhale, pull. Good. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, pull. You have 2. You've got this. Reach. And exhale, lift. Last one here. Inhale, long. And exhale, pause here at the top for just a second. And release that foot. Nice work. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and hinge, coming down into your standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Good, and then bend your knees, plant your palms, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Just a plank to transition down to the floor. So spread your fingers wide. Press back into your heels, tuck your tailbone under. Big breath in here. Full breath out, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Press the floor away. Know you can always come to your knees as a modification. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. Sink your hips back to your heels. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Awesome work. All right, let's roll it up to seated. We're going to go ahead and get into our C curve. So we're going to sit ourselves up nice and tall. Hang on 1 second. I really want to see if I can adjust this lighting a little bit. I was backlit before, but now I look all dark. Maybe that's better. Come on, sun, shine on us today. We need it. All right, squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, lift yourself up, stacking your spine as you hold on to the backs of your thighs. Then as you exhale, tuck your hips under, scoop your belly out, rolling over your tailbone so you hollow out the front of the body and really contract through the abdominal wall. Know that you can always come back here and just hold, bracing through your abdominals. We want to hold the tension here in the abs, taking a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, see if you can contract a little bit more, scoop a little bit deeper. Now take your hands nice and long, interlace your fingers and press your palms out in front of you. Good. Take a big inhale, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, see if you can hinge back 1 more inch. Now your knees are together, your feet are together. You have 1 long, strong leg. And from here, we're just going to inhale, draw the backs of the hands into the chest, keeping the elbows lifted. Exhale, press it all the way. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, scoop the belly, press the arms away. Inhale, draw it in, pick the chin up. And exhale, press it all away. Good. So we're really holding the tension here in the abdominals. We're challenging that steadiness in our body by moving the arms. Keep the chin up off the chest here. Relax the shoulders down. Go for 3. And 2. Exhale, press it all away. Focus on that breath. Hold it nice and long here, pressing the palms away. Big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right and back to center. Good. So it's twist and back to center. And remember that you can hold on with 1 arm or you can hold on with both arms, just twisting through the upper rib cage. So if you need that extra support, go ahead and hang on. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Notice if your knees are moving as you twist. We want to twist through our waist, not our hips. So keep your knees and feet where they are. Go for 2 more. Whew, my core is burning already. Good. Last one. Now we hold in that twist. Draw the palms in and press away. Inhale and exhale, push. You have 4. You can do it. And 3. Here's 2. And 1, hold it long, little lifts up here, up and down. Keep the shoulders down, chin up. You've got this. Go for 4, and 3. Nice. 2. And 1. Good. Bring it all the way back to center. Grab your thighs. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, come right back in. So tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, squeeze those knees together. Relax the shoulders down. Really connect to those abdominals. Send your arms out nice and long. Press your palms away. Drop the shoulders down. Good. And then bring it all the way in and exhale, press. In and exhale, press. Good. And remember, you can just hold on here if it's feeling like too much at all. Just find that place where you're really challenging your core contraction and stay there. Go for 3. Push. 2. Press. Last one here, holding it long. Now we twist to the left and return. Exhale, twist. Everything else stays where it is. Squeeze those knees together. Press those feet firmly into the floor. You've got this. Good. And exhale, twist. Return. 3. Shoulders down. 2. Last one, you hold that twist. Draw those palms in and exhale, press. In and exhale, press. Good. Really twisting as deeply as you can. Keep those elbows lifted as you pull in. Go for 2. Last one, holding it long. Little lift and lower. You've got this for 4. You can do it. 3. Stay with it. Here's 2. Last one, take it back to center. Don't give up yet. Take a big breath in. Flip your palms up to the sky. Holding here for 5. Scoop and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and roll it all the way down to the mat. Whew, nice work. So now that we're warmed up in the abdominals, we can go ahead and continue on. We're going to bring our hands behind our head here. And we're going to go ahead and extend the left leg nice and long, keeping a bend in the right knee. Exhale as you curl your shoulder blades up off the floor, pressing your low back down, pressing firmly through your right foot, and we're just lengthening through that left leg. And release. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. If at any time having the feet off the floor is too much of a challenge, you just bring your feet right back down and work from a place where you feel in control and that doesn't cause any severe discomfort, right? Reaching through the toes. Good. And maybe drop that left leg down so it's more knee to knee in the alignment. Go for 4. 3, lifting straight up through center. 2. All right, last one. Here we go. We hold the chest up and we circle in and around with that left leg. And we want this circle to be tiny and tight and controlled because we want the pelvis to stay steady. So curl the shoulder blades up, press the low back down, reach through that leg. Go for 3, 2, holding there, circle out and around. Keep that opposite leg nice and steady. You can do it. Good. It's knee to knee. So line those knees. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now stay here. Lengthen through your right leg. Lower your chest. Take a big breath and we're going to roll over to our right side. So we're going to roll over into our sideline position. Good. We're propped up on our lower arm and that leg is nice and long still, reaching straight out from the hip. It's lift, return, lift, return. Now anchor through your bottom foot, your right foot. Pull the belly in and relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Exhale, lift, return, lift, return. Good. For 5 and 4, 3, 2, holding there, circle forward and around. Can you keep the rest of the body still? If you need more support, send your top hand down to the floor to help you brace and stay stable. Otherwise, a little bit more core work to keep both hands behind the head. Reverse that circle, circle back and around. How long can you reach through that leg? Reach through those toes. Circle 5, 4, 3, 2, holding it there with grace and ease. We rock all the way back to center. Drop your left leg to meet your right. Flex through your toes. Send your hands up over your shoulders. Inhale, bring your chin to your chest. Exhale as you curl your spine all the way up to a seated position and take your spine stretch here at the top. Awesome work, you guys. Whew, that core is on fire. I'm gonna swing around. Good. Now stack your spine and we'll take it right back down to the mat in 4, 3, 2, hands behind your head. Bend into your left knee. Send your right leg up to that about 45-degree angle, knee to knee alignment. Low back is nice and flat. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift and lower. Good. Take it up and down. So we're just holding the weight of this leg here, but this is not passive, right? My leg is super long and straight. I feel my quads engaged. I feel my low back connected to the floor, keeping my chin up off the chest. Go for 5 and 4. You've got this. 3, 2. Good. Now holding up here, circle in and around. If you ever need a break here, rest your head, neck, and shoulders down. Keep your leg going. Keep your low back pressing to the floor. Good. Circle 3, 2, holding there. Reverse that circle. Can you peel your shoulders up a little bit more? Widen your elbows and pick your chin up off your chest. Go for 5. Everything else is steady. You have 3, 2, 1. Good. Lengthen through that left leg. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders, and exhale, roll to that side. Good. Get yourself sorted here. Anchoring through your bottom foot. Send that top leg up to about hip height. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. So shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, everything is stacked. Remember, you can bring this hand down for a little bit more support. Pick your chin up, lengthen your neck. Go for 4. Good. Draw the belly in. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Last one. Good. Now holding up there at hip height, circle forward and around. Really anchor through your bottom foot. If you feel wobbly here, use that bottom leg as your anchor. Really press it into the ground. Circle 4. Keep that leg up high. 3, 2. Holding here. Now circle back and around. Back and around. Chin up. You have 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding there. Good. Now with grace and ease, once more, we're going to rock back to our center of the mat. Drop that right leg down to meet the left. Send your arms up over your shoulders. Flex your feet. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, roll up through the spine. And find your spine stretch at the top. Reaching fingers past toes, hinging from the hips. Amazing, amazing work, guys. Good. And then inhale, stack the spine. I'm going to swing my legs around once more. And we're going to go ahead and get into a side plank series. We're going to bend our back leg. So I'm on my right side. So it's my left foot that's bent and it's behind my bottom leg. My bottom leg is in front on an angle to the top corner of the mat. I'm propped up on my forearm here. And what I want you to do is send your top hand behind your head and kind of rock back to your glutes a little bit. So here I am stacked up on my hip. Kind of want to be back on the fleshy part of my glutes just a little bit. I want to feel the cinching here in the top side body. We're going to work through those obliques. So again, take the elbows nice and wide. Pick the chin up. Good. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift your bottom leg up, trying to get it up at that 45-degree angle. We lower that leg back down to the ground. Press into your opposite foot as you lift the hips and lower. Good. So it's exhale, kick, return, lift, and lower. Good. So scoop the belly here as you lean back and then lift that pelvis up off the floor nice and high. Exhale, scoop the belly and lift the hips. Good. Lift and scoop and lift and lower. Go for 4. One of my favorite moves here. Nice. 3 and lift. Here's 2. Exhale up. Last one. You guessed it. Hold those hips up here. Extend that top arm. Exhale and twist, reaching underneath your ribs. And then stack your shoulders. You have 5. Twist. And if you need a break, go ahead, drop your hips and just continue the twist. Good. Go for 3. And stack the shoulders. Here's 2. Nice work. Last one. Hold it up there. Stacking shoulders. Little lifts here for 5. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly return your hip to the floor. Press yourself up onto your palms and turn to face the top of the mat. We're coming into our tabletop position. Good. We're going to take that outside leg, hug the heel in nice and tight, flatten the back and draw the belly in here. We're going to lift up to hip height and lower knee to knee. Exhale, lift and lower. So what we want to make sure we're not doing is arching in the back, sort of bucking through the spine to accommodate the movement. We want to keep the low back as flat as possible, the core engaged, and the spine nice and long. Pelvis is steady, right? So exhale, lift and lower. Now spread your fingers wide, press into your palms, pick your chin up off your chest. Exhale, lift and lower. Check in with your weight distribution here. Make sure it's even. You're not dumping into one side more than the other. Shift your weight back to center. Good. Go for 3. Lift, lower. Here's 2. Last one. Now we take it out to the side. Lift and open, lower. Lift and open and lower. Good. It's up and squeeze, return. Try to find this movement without dumping over to the opposite side. So again, really keeping that weight center, being mindful of where you're moving from and where you're moving to. Exhale, lift and return. Go for 4 and 3. Keep your heel hugging in. 2. Last one. And now we combo. It's lift, lower, open, close. Lift, lower, open, close. You have 5. Good. Lift to hip height. 4. Hug that heel in. Nice. Press into those palms. Yes, you can. 2 more rounds. Up, down, out, in. Last one here. Nice work. Go ahead and sink your hips back to your heels. Take a quick stretch. Big inhale. Full exhale. Awesome work. Let's hit the other side. Yay, hooray, we have another side. All right, so again, we're gonna prop up on our forearm. Top leg is gonna step back behind, and then that bottom leg is at that 45-degree angle, the top corner of the mat. Hand comes behind your head. We're gonna rock back slightly to the fleshy part of our glutes. Exhale as we send that leg up, and then we lift, return. So it's exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good. Pressing firmly into that forearm too. We really want to protect that shoulder joint. So focus on lifting through that side body to get the pelvis up and away from the floor, right? And if the hip lift is too much, just focus on the leg lift and lower. This part right here. Good. Lift and lower. Let's go for 3. Exhale. Good. Exhale. Release. Here's 2. You got it. Smile. It feels better when you smile. Last one. Hold those hips up nice and high. Extend your top arm. Find that twist and return. Twist and return. Now remember, you can drop the hips down and twist from here as a modification. Otherwise, your hips are high and keep them stacked. Go for 2. You got it. Last one. Holding there, little lifts up. Little lifts up. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And carefully take those hips down and pivot towards the top of the mat once more. Outside leg is going to draw the heel in, finding that tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Good. And it's lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep those hips nice and square. And again, we want to keep that low back nice and flat. Right? The rest of the body as stable as possible. And the weight really evenly distributed, as if we're in a plank. And the rest of our body just holding in stillness and in strength as we move this leg up and down. Good. Squeezing the glutes, drawing that core. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Go for 5. You've got it. 4. Shoulders down. Last 2. Good. Last one. Now we take it out to the side. It's lift, return. Lift, return. Keep that heel hugging and check in with your weight. Notice if you're dumping towards one side. Send it back to center. You've got this. Feeling that side body work, the outer hip working. Lift and lower. Belly in, 5 and 4. You've got this, 3, 2, and you know it, we're gonna combo next. So it's 1 lift and 1 lift. Good, we take it straight up and down, straight out and down. Good, keep that heel hugging in, nice and tight. Good, hips are nice and square. And breath is flowing, guys. You have 3 more, you can do it. Up and down, lift and lower. Go for 2. And squeeze at the top. Last one. Nice work. Go ahead and sink your hips back to your heels. Take a big breath in. Woo, and a full breath out. Amazing. Let's roll it up to seated. Drop your hips. Swing your legs around. Send your legs nice and long at the top of the mat. Reach your arms forward, palms face toward one another. Draw your shoulders back into their sockets. Tip your pelvis back. Feel your abdominals catch here, really engaging. And slowly a 6 count roll down to the floor. We're rolling down in 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, we're gonna bend the knees and walk the heels in. Coming into our dead bug. We're gonna take the knees up over the hips with the knees about hips width distance. So knees kind of tracking right over those hip bones. Back is flat to the floor, rib cage is in toward the midline. Arms are gonna come up just over the shoulders. And again, let the blades fall heavy to the floor so that you're really anchored across the top of the back. Palms are facing in here. We're gonna take the right arm out to the side as we extend that left leg nice and long. And then exhale, pull everything back to center. And then switch sides. So the left arm comes straight out from the shoulder and the right leg comes straight down towards the floor. Now, there's no need for the leg to come all the way down to the ground or completely straight. Work within your range of motion. So maybe you're bringing a bent knee, toes to the floor, totally fine. Right? And maybe you're able to extend that leg and bring it to a hover, also fine. So just find what works best for you, where you can maintain a flat back and that core engagement. Good. Arm comes straight out from the shoulder. Let the back of the hand just hover the floor. And we're just alternating nice and slowly here. Exhale, drag your limbs through mud, coming all the way back up. So really trying to dig deep for that resistance. Good. Inhale out and down. Exhale up and in. Good. Inhale out and down. Exhale up and in. Last round here. Even out your sides. Good. Now back to bent knees over hips, hands over shoulders. Drop the shoulder blades down. Make sure that the knees aren't creeping in over the belly. Push the knees out so that the thigh bones are truly over the hip bones. And we're going to take both arms out wide as we send both toes, both feet down towards the floor. Now you'll pay attention to your range of motion here very closely. You feel your low back peeling up. You don't go down this far, right? So it's inhale, open, exhale, belly in, ribs in, everything in and up. So it's inhale out, exhale, pull it up and in. Good. Go for 3. You got it. And 2. Last one here. Nice work. Pull your knees in, rock side to side, massage that low back. Amazing job. All right. Coming into our bridge series here, we're going to drop the feet down to the floor, walking the heels in towards the glutes. Feet are hips width distance, knees are hips width distance. Arms come out to the side, spread your fingers wide here. And again, really find those anchor points. So palms of the hands, backs of the arms, right where the triceps are, and then the shoulder blades, right? Roll the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Pull the ribs in toward the midline. Inhale to prepare, tip your pelvis. Exhale to lift, peeling your spine up off the floor, coming all the way up to the top of your bridge. Pause here at the top. See if you can lift your head up off the floor just an inch or so and kind of move it side to side. That'll ensure you know that the weight is across the top of your back, not in your neck. Set your head down. Inhale here at the top. Exhale, slowly lower down, massaging your spine all the way down to the floor. And we'll move a couple more times slowly. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift, peeling your spine up off the floor. Take a big breath in at the top. Exhale, let your entire exhale carry you all the way down to the mat. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale to lift. Inhale at the top. And exhale all the way down. Good. Now, pressing firmly into the left foot, peel the right foot up off the floor and extend that right leg nice and long, straight up over the hip, pointing through those toes. From here, we'll lift and lower a little bit faster. So it's exhale, lift, inhale, hover. Lift and hover. We want to keep our hip bones as level as possible. We're pressing into that left foot firmly and squeezing through that left side. So really engaging the glutes and the hamstrings on that left side to help lift the weight of the pelvis and this leg up away from the floor. Good. Go for 4. You got it. Press into those arms. 3, 2. See if you can hold it up here, reaching through those toes, circle in and around. So we're finding our circles here again. Now notice if you're wobbling so much through the hips that you feel unstable. If you're there, I want you to drop your hips back down, press firmly through your left foot, and just keep those tiny, tight circles moving with that right leg. Otherwise, you're up here. Go for 3, 2, holding there, circle out and around. Out and around. Can you keep the rest of the body stable? Is that opposite leg nice and steady here? That's what we're going for. Go for 3, 2, hold here. Press into that left foot so you can lift your hips up higher. Inhale, lower your right leg down, and exhale, kick it up. Inhale, down, and exhale, kick. You have 4. Press into that left foot. 3, 2. Last one here. And lower the hips down. Bend your right knee. Don't take a break here. Just switch sides right away. So keep that momentum going. Pressing firmly into that right foot. Lift and hover. Left leg is long over the hip. Pressing into the palms, into the backs of the arms. Chin is up off the chest. Good. Big squeeze through the glutes here. Working that back body on the right side. Belly is in to protect the low back. Go for 4. And 3, reaching through those toes. Last one, holding there, circle in and around. In and around. This is tiny, it's controlled, super stable, super steady. If you feel vulnerable here, drop your hips down, press firmly into your right foot, and maintain that tiny, tiny circle. Otherwise, you're here going for 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold there, circle out and around. Draw your belly in deeper. Focus on your breath where it gets challenging. It's mind over matter. Circle 3, 2. Holding there so you can lift those hips up higher. Inhale, lower down, and exhale, kick. Take it down and up. Good. For 4, 3. You got it. 2. Last one here. Draw the hips down. Now we get to take a break. Pull the knees in, rocking side to side. Amazing work. All right, lengthening those legs once again. Bring them together, flexing through the heels, reaching the arms up. Inhale, draw your chin to your chest. And exhale, slowly peel your spine up off the floor and take your spine stretch here. Big breath in, full breath out. Good. Roll it up to seated. Swing your legs around here. And we're going to drop down to our forearms. And we're going to finish our strength component here. And we're going to stretch it out a little bit before we end class. So we're coming down onto our forearms at the top of the mat. We're going to interlace our fingers and make kind of a triangle with our forearms. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. So you're kind of in this dolphin pose. If the interlacing of the fingers doesn't feel like it's giving you more support, or if it's kind of wonky on the wrists at all, just bring your forearms flat to the floor, parallel. So whatever feels best for you. Tuck the toes under, send your hips up into your dolphin pose. Walk your toes back a little bit. You'll need a little bit of wiggle room here because we're going to go ahead and float from forearm plank and press the hips back up to our dolphin pike. So inhale, float forward, chin is up, neck is long. Exhale, press the hips back. Inhale forward and press back. Now, if you need a modification, drop down to your tops of your thighs and just hold here in your forearm plank. So we press back and send our weight forward. You have 5 and float down. Good. 4 and lengthen. 3, you can do it. 2, good. Now we hold in this dolphin. Walk your feet in just a little bit. Shift the weight into that left foot and send that right leg up. Now notice my spine is long, my hips are nice and square, the crown of my head is down towards the floor, little lifts up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully set that right foot down and switch sides. Exhale, lift that left leg, hips are square, lifting 5, 4, 3, 2, holding here, set that left foot down, shift your weight forward, final hold here. Tuck that tailbone, press up in between your shoulder blades, pick your chin up, breathe here for 8 strong seconds. Yes, you can. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop your knees and sink your hips back to your heels. Amazing work. Go ahead and send your arms alongside you and drop your forehead to the mat. So rounding forward through your shoulders a little bit. That forearm plank to dolphin is really shoulder heavy. So just breathing here. Big inhale. Full exhale. You may have built some heat in your body. You may have gotten your heart rate up. Your breath may be unsteady here. So just take a couple moments to relax into your child's pose. Slow your breath. Slow down your nervous system. Bring yourself back to your resting state. Big breath in. Full breath out. Good. When you're ready, bring your gaze forward. Walk yourself forward and come into your tabletop position. Send your left hand to the center of the mat and inhale, open up your right arm. Exhale, thread the needle, send your right hand underneath your left, drop your right cheek down, keeping your hips high, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back through center. Exhale and replace your left hand with your right. So right hand comes to the center of the mat. Inhale, open up towards the left. And then exhale, twist, threading the needle, dropping the left cheek to the mat, taking a big breath in and a full breath out. Good. Go ahead, inhale and stack the spine once more. Exhale, coming back to center. Drop your hips down and swing your legs around. And I'm just going to turn to the front so you can see me better. Both legs are going to come long. Flex through the feet here. Inhale, sit up tall. And then exhale, hinge from the waist, just a seated forward fold, really anchoring through the sits bones and through the heels. Instead of collapsing here down towards your legs, grab for your ankles or the lower part of your leg and draw your heart forward, extending through your spine. So your spine is nice and long, your chest is lifted, your gaze is up. Big inhale here so you can grow taller. Exhale, see if you can flex your feet a little bit more deeply, stretching the backs of the legs. Good. And stack the spine back up, bend into your right knee and step your right foot to the outside of your left leg. Wrap your left arm around your right knee. Send your right hand behind you. Press into your right palm. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale as you twist. Look over your right shoulder and hug your right thigh in close to your chest. So you feel a deep stretch here through the glutes and maybe the outer hip a little bit. Good. Slowly unwind, bring it back to center, legs come long, inhale, arms up, exhale, hinge down from your waist, grab for just above the ankles or the lower part of your leg, Draw your heart forward, extending your spine. Exhale, sink a little bit more into those heels. Relax the shoulders down, pick the chin up. Good. Stack the spine all the way back up. Bend the left knee, step it to the outside of the right thigh. Wrap your right arm around, send your left palm back, press into your palm. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale and twist. Hug that thigh in tight. Feel that nice release through that side body. Big breath in. And stay in that twist. Amazing. Good. Go ahead and unwind. Come back to your mat here. Finding your butterfly stretch, walk your heels in. Knees are wide. Bring your hands over your fingers over your toes and inhale, sit up tall. Same thing with the spine here. Instead of like rounding and collapsing, can we send the heart forward, keeping the spine long, rooting through the sits bones and keeping the chest lifted. Here's where we can crawl out to our palms. And if your flexibility allows for it, dropping down to your forearms, but only if you can keep that extension. And just breathe here, pressing into the soles of the feet. Knees are wide, spine is long, feeling the release through the hips, feeling the release through the low back, the length at the same time. It should feel really good. When you're ready, walk yourself back up to seated. Keep your butterfly stance in your legs, but send your feet just a little bit farther forward. We're gonna send our arms nice and long in front and just carefully roll down to the mat. Once you're there, bring your hands out nice and wide. Set your feet to the floor. Walk your feet to the outside edges of your mat. And then coming to the inside arch of your foot, drop your right knee in toward the midline. And lift. Drop your left knee in toward the midline. And lift. So here you should feel in this internal rotation some length through the side body, through the front of the hip, some opening through the front of the hip. And just some sacral massage. So some massage for that sacrum, for the tailbone, through the lumbar area of the spine should feel gentle and good. And if it doesn't, back off a little bit. Be kind to yourself. Good. And if it feels good, you can drop both knees into the midline, maybe taking the feet out wider and just kind of holding there, feeling the pelvis sort of open up and breathing here. We don't often find internal rotation in our daily movement, so it's really important to kind of explore this direction just so that we can have the space that our body really craves. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. Good. And when you're ready, you can heel toe those feet back to center. Bring your knees into your chest and just circle around through your low back. So hands to your shins. Circle one direction, keeping your knees together. And then circle the other direction when you're ready, just massaging that low back, giving yourself some love. Lots of circles in class today. Coming full circle, if you will. All right, hands to your shins. Inhale as you peel your shoulder blades up, coming into a tight ball here. Can you hold your breath at the top here and tense every single muscle in your body? Like really feel every muscle here, holding at the top. Once you can't hold any longer, you found that peak amount of tension. Exhale and release everything down to the ground. And I want your bones to be heavy here on the floor. Your eyes are already closed. You are open and ready to receive your rest here. You've earned it. And even if you're not a usual practitioner of Shavasana or meditation, I really invite you to try to find a moment here with us before we end our class, before we get on with our day, to sit with yourself and to notice how you feel. So first, the physical self, right? Relax the hips. The legs will fall open to the sides, the arches of the feet shining up to the sky. Wiggle your toes a little and then let them be still. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. Your heart rate has returned back to normal. Your breathing is steady. Your body is warm and soft again. Roll your shoulders out towards the edges of your mat. opening up across your collarbone. Chin is up off the chest, so the front of the throat and the back of the neck are both long and open. Palms are up towards the ceiling, fingertips curling in towards your palms. Wiggle them just a little bit, and then let them be still. Relax your jaw. Find space in between the top teeth and the bottom teeth. Let your tongue relax. Soften around your eyes. Breathe gently in through your nose and out through your mouth. And check in with your mind. It wanders, that's okay. The week was full of information, of celebration, of sadness, of discontent, of worry, of anxiety, of joy. You received all of that. Some of it you carried with you. Some of it you're still carrying. Let it go on this next exhale. Check in with your spirit. Is there light shining there? Is there space for more? Open it up. And sit here for a moment and just breathe. Keeping your legs long, bring them together. And then draw your arms up overhead, finding a full body stretch. I like to flex my feet, stretching the backs of legs. Bend into your knees, walking your feet in a little bit more closely, and then drop your knees down to one side or the other. So rolling to right or left side, resting your head on your bicep in fetal pose and pausing here. Especially if this is not a comfortable position, often because it's a vulnerable one. Try to welcome it. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Cross your ankles. Bring your hands together in front of your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pause here. Bring your gaze down towards the floor slightly. Take a big inhale through your nose. Fill yourself up. Exhale out of your mouth. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring your thumbs up to the center of your forehead. Take a moment to thank your body and thank yourself for working so hard today. Thank you for joining me and letting me lead you through this practice. Namaste. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for joining today. I hope your bodies feel long and strong and invigorated. I hope you're moving into the rest of your day with energy and positivity. I'm filled with gratitude for your participation, and I can't wait to see you next month for our live class. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank y'all for being here. Love to you all. Enjoy your weekend.